My name is Charlie, and this is a film all about my adventures in New York back in December 2019. I'll be travelling with my friend Gemma.
You're about to know who the master is behind all of Charlie's work.
So here's a little bit of Grand Central Station for you.
Give it some
So here's a little bit of Grand Central Station for you.
There we go.
And my brother Henry.
When in the US, I'm a crazy dragon.
We have 4 days, so we're going to be heading to some of the main hotspots. We're in Times Square!
Top of the rock. We're off to Central Park. This is amazing.
This is a whole nother level, literally. And doing something a little bit special too. Oh my god, how good was that? And since it's early December, we'll obviously be heading to the main Christmas attractions too.
Ironically, Home Alone 2 is called Lost in New York, and we're pretty much doing that.
That is very true. We've been
unscripted.
The Rockefeller Christmas tree. Doesn't it feel like we're in Home Alone?
Kevin! It's Ding Dong Plaza Hotel. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
So get comfy and get ready to explore New York! Before we get started, this is not just a film about my adventures in New York. It's much more than that. When I started this channel, I had to come up with a name, and I knew exactly what it was going to be right from the very start, as I knew it had to mean something and not just be a random YouTube travel name. The name Pocket Trailblazer has a massive story behind it that I knew one day I would tell. And this is that story. That is how the channel got its name, because I randomly phoned this one up. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be traveling with my friend Gemma and my brother Henry. You will have met Henry before if you've watched my Iceland series. Meet my brother Henry. He's never been to America before, so I thought it'd be fun to experience New York at Christmas. Also, he's a professional cameraman, so will be helping me to capture this story. Gemma and I met at university, and I've briefly introduced her on this channel before, because if you've watched series 1, you'll know that I travelled with a girl called Amanda. So cheers to YouTube. Cheers, YouTube! Well, Gemma is her sister. I've travelled with Gemma before around America, Malaysia and Thailand. There we go. Ta-da! We haven't seen it yet.
No, we haven't seen it yet. We have to wear paper bags on our heads before we get to see it. We're about to go and see the Grand Canyon. Whoa.
And we've done a bit of vlogging. This is more Gemma and Charlie journal.
Yeah.
At Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Basically, we want to go home.
Basically, we didn't know what we were signing up for.
Anyway, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's get started. Good morning! I have just woken up, hence why I look like this. But it's the 5th of December, it's my birthday, and I'm going to New York! I am so excited. I'm also bloody freezing. It's so cold in the house. But yay! We're literally leaving at about 9 o'clock to head to the airport. I'm meeting Gemma. You're gonna meet Gemma. You're gonna love her. There's a big story behind Gemma. I will reveal all very soon. I just quickly came outside even though it's about -1 out here. It's so cold. But look at the sky. It's so beautiful. It's such a nice sunrise. Oh, there's like magic in the air. I can just tell. So this is happening. We've got 1 hour to go, and Henry is trying to play Happy Birthday on a whistle. Can you go and pack, Henry?
Maybe.
Sorry, the audio is horrendous. We have the radio on in the background. But oh, look how cute the cat is. Look at these. This is our cat, Tiggy. Henry, go get packed. Yeah. Oh my God, we're gonna be late. Ah! We're at Heathrow! Yay! Thanks for the lift, Dad. How excited are you, Henry? Oh, incredibly excited! So, this is Gemma. Welcome to the channel, officially. we're on the plane. We have a slight screen situation.
Oh, it's top quality.
If this is what it's going to be like, then I feel like this Virgin Atlantic is not getting a good review because they seem to be stuck in the 90s.
It's like we're drinking a lot of gin.
To the bar.
To the bar.
That's what I said. Looks like we're drinking a lot of gin.
I was like so looking forward to watching movies. Happy birthday to me! It's an 8-hour flight from London to New York, so luckily the screens did get better. Henry's screen was broken, so they replaced it with an iPad that is considerably better than our screens. Going a little bit off-piste on my drink of choice on the plane. Gemma's not impressed.
She's having a gin and tonic.
She's having a gin and tonic. And I'm going, yeah, off-piste. Normally, I'm not a fan of airplane food, but honestly, that was one of the best plane meals I've ever had, and I think Gemma agreed.
Yummy.
And after a few more birthday drinks, a couple of movies, and a nap, we were almost there. We landed! We're here!
I'm so tired.
However, as soon as we drove closer to Manhattan and could see the city all lit up, that tiredness turned into a second wave of energy.
We're here. We're ready.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. These buildings are so big. Oh my god, I can't wait for the Christmas magic to happen. Look at this. Then finally, after a pretty big travel day, we made it to our hotel. Okay, I think we're just on the roof. Oh no, that's it. That must be it. 7. We're literally on the roof.
We're on the roof. We're on the roof.
We're on the roof. What is this? Is this? Oh my god! Okay. Oh my word. Oh my word. Wow! Look at the suite we have. Oh, this is gonna be fine.
This is blatantly a room that they never use.
I know.
Like, ever.
This is hilarious.
God, careful with the sink. Any idea where they're like, oh,
there we go.
this tells me it's loud.
Oh god.
You don't often get earplugs for free. Oh.
Oh, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fine. The next morning we were up bright and early to head to a special activity, but first we had to negotiate the subway.
So it's this one we want here to Southbury.
We're on the right one then.
It's like 7:30 in the morning. We are heading to a really exciting activity. Once we have done this activity, I basically am going to explain.
I'm like your conscience.
I know, just I'm
Conscience.
Well, I basically have a lot of explaining to do and catching up on what the hell is going on, why I'm in New York, who Gemma is, how we ended up here, lots of things. But right now we just have to get downtown because we are doing something really exciting. Ah! If we make it there in time, right? I've got the Brooklyn Bridge in the background there. We've got Brooklyn over there. And this morning we are doing something super exciting. I cannot wait to show you. I'm giving Gemma a lesson on how to use this camera. So you might get some little stories from her. Ta-da!
Quality footage.
Right, it's yours now. It's now filming.
Just never getting it back. You're about to get some decent footage now. You're about to know who the master is behind all of Charlie's work. That'd be me. And now we see the keeps in their natural habitat behind El Camera. This is the little keep. You've got to watch out for this one. She's very small, but you'll definitely hear her. And then Master Keep, hiding behind a post.
And she's now running around, filming. So it's going to be interesting.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made.
Anyway, it's freezing out here, so let's get on with the story, as it's time for a very exciting activity, which, if you haven't already guessed, is a helicopter ride over New York, which had been gifted to us by a company called Klook, which I'll tell you more about later. On a 20-minute tour that took us around the Statue of Liberty, then up past the island of Manhattan, as far up as the Yankee Stadium, and then back again. I didn't really have any expectations for this flight, but I did know that I didn't expect to fly quite so close to Manhattan. It really was a spectacular way to see the city. And because you fly all the way up and then all the way back, you have plenty of time to take in the view. Oh my god, how good was that?
Helicopter, pretty damn good.
That was amazing, seriously. I mean, the views were pretty epic. Drone, eat your heart out.
Yeah, definitely a bucket list thing. Do it.
That was outrageously good, so amazing.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised how good that was.
It was really smooth as well. Like,
and for anyone slightly self-conscious, they don't ask for your exact weight, so
just lie a bit.
Give or take a stone or two.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry now. Who's hungry? Let's get some food. Well, that was pretty epic start to the trip. In fact, we can pretty much just go home now.
Yeah.
We have seen New York.
New York done.
New York done. We're heading back uptown now. Well, we hope we are. We're not sure if we're on the right train. Yeah, we're gonna just go and chill for 5 minutes and then come up with a plan for what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, which is pretty much gonna be wandering around, seeing everything.
Walking shoes are on.
Ready to go. Ready to go. Bring it on.
The other one, not this one.
Travel tip with Charlie Keith.
Travel tips. Okay, a quick New York travel tip for you. Get yourself a Metro card. This one was for... I'm about to fall over.
Travel tips, Charlie Keith. That's the song now.
That's the
It's
song.
gonna happen every time you do one.
Oh my god. Okay, so get yourself a Metro card. Oh my god, how much does it cost again?
33.
$34
If you...
8.39.
I know, this takes a while. It's gonna be too loud now. If you're gonna be in... No. If you were coming to New York for more than a couple of days, I recommend getting a Metro card because this costs us $33 and it's unlimited. You can travel... What?
For a week. Specified time frame. That was
7 days.
Get yourself a Metro card because it costs $33 for just 1 week and it's completely unlimited. So you can travel as much as you want all over the Metro. The Metro? The subway. Oh my god. It's been a long morning already. I had loads of recommendations from people when I asked about, you know, places to eat in New York, and loads of people said Tick Tock Diner. And yes, it might have only been about 10 o'clock in the morning, but in my opinion, it's never too early for a burger. And all I'm gonna say is it's a good job we're gonna be doing a lot of walking over the next few days.
You've got to try one of Henry's chips.
What has he got on his chips? Like,
amazing.
The recommendations were right, the Tick Tock diner food was delicious. We're basically failing at life right now. Earlier we went past our stop because we weren't paying attention. We just got on an express train that went straight through our stop, so we're now going back again. Not doing the best.
The travel tip is right. Get the Metro card regardless.
Yeah, Jem got like what we thought was like an unlimited card for the day. No, just did like what, 3 or 4 journeys.
3 journeys, and when you're getting it wrong and you have to get back on and go back where you came, and it costs you even more.
Yeah, get the unlimited.
Mess up as much as you want.
Exactly. Everyone's feeling a little bit lethargic after that amount of food we just ate. So much food.
Thank God we did it after the helicopter because it wouldn't have taken off otherwise.
We probably wouldn't have. I don't even want to know what I'm going to weigh after this.
I have extra weight in this copter. I don't know what you're talking about.
I loved your line earlier, Jem, when you're like,
carrying a little holiday weight. I've been carrying it for 10 years. Don't judge. The camera adds 10 pounds. How many cameras are on you?
Anyway, after actually working out where we were, we headed to our next location, which was going to be getting a time slot booked for going up the Rockefeller Center. This Top of the Rock experience was the second out of 3 activities that we'd been gifted by an online booking company called Klook. A few weeks before we came on the trip, I'd simply gone on the Klook website, typed in New York, and looked at all the options for things that we could do, then booked the attractions that we wanted. Not only was it super easy and a great price, but you also get to skip the queues. So this queue here is a queue to get in to then queue again to go and get your tickets. So if you get the voucher through the app, it means you don't have to do that. You can go straight into like the express queue. So we have just scanned our vouchers and we booked in to go up the Top of the Rock. We're going in this evening to go and see it at night. That was pretty straightforward. We kind of went straight through like the express line, which was pretty easy. And we are going up at 6:30.
I'm a salmon.
She's a salmon. She's always
against the chaos.
She's always salmoning up the street. As you can see here, the app is super easy to use, and if you wanted to, you could just book it there and then and still jump the queue. However, if you're like me and you like to get organised and plan before you go, Klook is a great place to start getting inspiration for your trip. And it's a one-stop shop where you can book all your activities, your airport transfers, etc., all in one place. If you book using the link in the description, it gives me a little bit of kickback at no extra cost to you. It just helps support my channel, enabling me to make more films. Anyway, where were we? One of the big things that we wanted to do was basically do like a Home Alone 2 location tour.
Yeah, ironically, Home Alone 2 is called Lost in New York, and we're pretty much doing that.
That is very true. We've been
unscripted.
We have been lost all day. We have been on about 7 different subway rides we weren't supposed to have gone. We've just sent Henry off to go and drop off one of his bags because he bought a new camera bag. So he's switching that at the hotel, and we're going to go meet him at the Rockefeller Christmas tree. Ah, I'm so excited to see it because it looks amazing in the movie. Now, if you know me, you'll know I love movies and anything to do with Christmas, which is why we were walking around doing our own little Home Alone 2 locations tour. And getting to see the Christmas tree after seeing it in the movie for so many years was honestly just magical.
It's a bit chaotic. Look at this, everyone getting the same photo. I mean, I'm one of those people that was doing that, but, you know. Oh, there she is, there she is. There's a celebrity, pocket Trailblazer. Oh, no, it's all about me.
Now, if you want to get like this official photo right in the centre, you have to actually pay an extortionate price. It's totally ridiculous. Oh. Doesn't it feel like we're in Home Alone? Kevin!
Oh, there she is, there she is. There, pocket Trailblazer in New York. We're off to Central Park. Central Park.
Yes, Central Park. Woo.
Yeah, make way, coming through, swimming upstream. No, don't take it. Run. I'm stealing the camera. I'm stealing it. She's not getting it back. Look, she's too small. All I have to do is hold it up.
Logging in 50 frames on you.
That was a curb. It's tricky business, vlogging and walking.
It's a little bit more difficult.
I mean, I can barely walk, let alone vlog and walk. Excuse me, coming through, important person. Everyone's looking at me.
It's all about the angles, by the way. It's a good angle up there.
Yeah, that angle, great. This angle,
no, not so good.
Not good.
Then it wasn't long before we were off battling the crowds to get to our next Home Alone 2 location.
It's Ding Dong Plaza Hotel.
Obviously, you have to come to the most iconic Home Alone location.
Ding Dang Dong, stay at the world-renowned Plaza Hotel, New York's most exciting hotel experience.
Except we've got an Instagram versus reality situation here because it's got scaffold everywhere. The Plaza Hotel! Ta-da!
Welcome. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. And a happy New Year.
Where's Henry gone? Henry is running
off.
Henry's
That's what it's like holidaying with the keeps.
Cameras everywhere. The Ding Dong Plaza Hotel. Credit card, you got it.
I like an extra large bed with a TV and a key that operates one of those little fridges.
Anyway, I know you guys want to know where the name Pocket Trailblazer came from, as it wasn't just a random name I picked out of nowhere for my channel. Even though I'd started my channel a few years ago, Pocket Trailblazer really started way before that. I just didn't know it. In the intro, I said I'd travelled with Gemma before, but the real story is, it was actually my first ever big trip, which to be honest, only happened because of a series of serendipitous events. It all started 12 years ago. Well, actually, I'll let Gemma take it from here. Maybe you can tell the story of how I ended up doing Trek America.
Yeah. So I was going off travelling to start off with. I thought I'd looked into it to do Trek America and go camping around America, and it was an organised tour, so it was a way of easing myself into travelling.
Yeah.
And you phoned me on a landline. I don't know if you know what one of them is, but they go to your house and they're connected by a wire. So I answered the phone and it was this one. Charlie said, "Oh, well, what are you up to?" And I said, I'm just about to book Trek America." "Oh, what's that?" So I said, "Oh, it's this, and you should come." She goes, "Okay,
Literally.
give me a minute." And she hung up, and then 5 minutes later she phoned back and said, "Okay, put me on it, I'm coming." "Oh, okay, are you sure?" And the rest is history.
Yeah. So
I've created a beast.
Hey! How's about it?
Hey, now what we're gonna say?
We're gonna do like a video, don't we?
Welcome
To
South Dakota.
we're now staying here for the next 50 days.
You 2 minutes later.
yeah, exactly. We just realised that we forgot the most important part.
The name of the tour that we did was the Trailblazer.
The pocket part of my name comes from when I used to do ski seasons and I was ski guiding and people used to call me Pocket Rocket. Even though I'd been on holidays before, this was the first trip where the travel bug really got me. The Trailblazer was a massive 64-day loop around America, which started and ended in New York, which is why this was the perfect place to tell this story. We had vlogged the whole trip. Well, some of it, as vlogging wasn't really a thing back then, but that's a story for my next film. That is how the channel got its name, because I randomly phoned this one up. Oh, apparently we're going on Trek America and do
trekking. I don't even think I told you that it was, 58 days camping.
No, I didn't.
You turned up and you were like, "Sorry, it's a tent." What? Yeah, no, there's no actual bed. You're sleeping on the floor.
And you will be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go hiking pretty much every other day.
We are on another hike. Might not have done Half Dome, but we're gonna give Zion Angel's Landing a bash.
Again. What are we doing?
In one day. Too many hikes is more than one.
Oh Oh God, I could not do that now. I tell you what. Someone got me up at 4 and said you've got to climb this, mountain.
There should only be one 4 o'clock in the day. Not 2.
Go, on your bike.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe one day, but not like every other day. I mean, it was relentless.
How far have we walked?
Close to 6.5 miles.
600 miles.
Anyway, that's enough reminiscing, as I'll be showing you more of those adventures in my next film. Let's get back to this story, and we're off to go and see one of possibly the most iconic ice rinks in the world.
Get over here, I gotta talk to you!
We have found the famous fountain that pretty much every film in New York features at some point. Yeah. On Home Alone, doesn't he like run through here and like round?
And he gets in the carriage here, and then the carriage goes off around here.
She knows.
And the little treasure chest thing in the back of the carriage. And see you later, suckers.
Ice ladder rescue station. Ice baby.
This is where we took our
Ice baby.
very first photo.
Do. Is this? It is. Oh my God.
Nothing gonna stop me living it up, dancing to the backbeat, turning it up. Nothing gonna stop me living it up, dancing to the backbeat, turning it up.
How many cameras can you use in one go? Looks like 3 for Charlie.
I got a good feeling.
After messing about in Central Park for about an hour, it was time to head back to the Rockefeller Center for our time slot to head up to the top of the rock.
In this way? Yeah, this way. Is it this way? I don't know.
We don't know. I'll just let Henry get the shot.
Turning it up, nothing gonna stop me. I know you're feeling too. Backbeat.
So it's like what, 6:30? We're back at the Rockefeller, ready to go up.
After speed walking.
A lot of
It's hectic. If you come to New York in December, around the Christmas time, be prepared for a lot of people.
A lot.
How many?
Like around here, a lot. I don't know if you got that, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. Just in case.
And a lot of people that will just they see the photo they want and they don't care.
They do not care. The Instagram culture is strong. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's Central Park.
Top of the rock.
This is amazing.
And it is literally the top.
It is.
There's people up there.
Yeah, you can go up to the next level.
Well, we can.
Yeah, because that remember I showed you that photo earlier where someone stands on here and someone goes up there and takes a photo down, looking down. I know.
I did not know we were.
I mean, you're obviously not in this Instagram culture.
I think that would be a brilliant photo.
For us to talk, but we're gonna get pizza. It tastes like my feet. I'm so tired. I've ordered oh my god, I can't even talk. I've ordered an espresso martini to try and wake myself up. This one's yawning.
I've ordered wine.
Oh, I think we've all gone a bit doolally today. It's been a very big day, and we've done. I'm on 28,000 steps so far.
Gemma wanted to treat me to a birthday dinner as I'd spent most of my actual birthday on the plane the day before. So obviously I picked pizza, and it was delicious.
How good was that pizza?
Oh, it's good. I'm so full.
So full. Oh my goodness. So full. We have done so much walking. We are now heading to a bar opposite our hotel.
Yeah.
Because we were like, we cannot walk anymore.
That might be too far.
I know, exactly. We cannot walk anymore. We are done for the day.
Like my hips are hurting.
Oh my god.
When did that start?
When did that happen?
Is that a thing?
We have got old. What is going on?
I'm only 25.
I know. I mean, it really shouldn't happen when we're like, I'm 24. I don't know what you're talking about.
We had one final drink and then called it a night.
Good morning! Day 2 in New York. We have, ta-da! We've kind of snuck onto the roof.
Day. It's fresh.
It's 2 degrees. It's pretty chilly. This way so we can see some roof. There we go. On the roof.
Keep that door open.
Henry, oh my god. Henry is dicing with death here. He's put his bag in the door. The plan for today is we are heading downtown to go to the 9/11 memorial and the observatory. Then we're going to be heading to get some food and going to the High Line and walking along that. And what else is the plan? And then I can't remember. We'll keep you updated as we go.
Cocktails.
A cocktail. And then we're going food and cocktails. I really want
Times Square, because we didn't do that last night because we'd walked over 30,000 steps. So we were just done. Like, we're not built for this.
No.
You know, it's only, you should only do that sort of distance if you're doing like a charity walk. No one's paying me to be here.
Whew, anyway, it's too cold to have my hand out like this. It's freaking ridiculous today. Let's go. Let's go. We just got off the subway and walked out at the World Trade Center kind of building, and I think we're at the Oculus because this is amazing. Look at this place. It's so Christmas and bright and
It's like Lapland.
it is.
Since it was early and still fairly quiet, we decided to shoot some pieces to camera for my next film, the Retro series. But it didn't quite go to plan.
One big thing that is absolutely fantastic now, obviously, is that when we were... Oh, that's not convenient.
Ruined. Edit that out.
Ruined. We'll just change location. Change location.
Right, we need to find where we are.
Yeah, let's get on with where are we going? We're supposed to be heading to One World Observatory.
One World.
So we don't know where
One World. And I had to be
Who invited this guy?
One World, One Love it is. It's not even One World. Cut that out.
Last time Gemma and I were in New York, we did come to this area, but it was back in 2008, so it was obviously still under construction. So we were both interested to see what the area would look like now it was finished.
This is really odd building. It feels really different to the rest of New York. It's so bright and almost like clinical, but it's so spacious. It's nice.
It is actually like a spacecraft.
It is actually, yeah, it is like a spacecraft, right? We're not sure if we're going the right way though.
We're in New York. We're on our way to Pluto. Oh, here you are. Yeah, this is it.
This was our last experience gifted by Klook, but it turns out I'd missed a part in the voucher that told us we had to pick the tickets up from another office uptown. So we decided to wander around a little bit, come up with a new plan for the morning, then come back and do the observatory and the museum tomorrow.
Hang on, is that 14th, yeah?
Update. since we couldn't get in to do the World Trade Center and observatory because the vouchers we have to actually pick up the tickets from the other end of town. Don't really know what that's all about, but anyway, we are now winging it. We're now heading to the skyline. So we're gonna go walk along that, and it's really beautiful light right now. It's so sunny and beautiful weather. It's Baltic cold, like so cold, like whew. But yeah, just gonna wing it a little bit. Things don't always go to plan when you're traveling, as you know. You just have to get on with it and get on with the next thing. Oh, I could do with like some mulled wine or something. Is that inappropriate at like 10 o'clock?
Cannoli.
You want a cannoli?
Highline. It should be called Ice Line. It's rather chilly.
There's actually snow here as well. Look at this. Snow.
Can you offer some sunbathing? I can offer you a lovely wooden sunbed.
No, when it's good, 'cause it goes so fast. I guess everybody's looking for a high that lasts.
That's cool though, it's on the track, eh?
So I'm soaking up the sunshine. Putting out the good vibes, taking another slow ride. Living on the
Henry's been hyperlapsing, I've been hyperlapsing, Gemma's now taking photos of me vlogging.
Nice sun there. Yeah, building.
That looks really nice. You know what's great about doing the Skyline or the Highline? What is it called again? I don't know. But the Highline, it is free. So there you go, travel tip for you. First time we were here, we spent the entire time going around seeing free places, didn't we?
Love a freebie.
Yeah, exactly. And what were you saying, Henry, about the Skyline?
Really cool elevation. You can get some photography. Really cool.
Woo! This is a photographer's heaven for all the architecture and everything. It's so,
Yeah,
so
those
nice.
classic shots of the streets and all the cars and signs.
Yeah, it's really good.
Peaceful. It's really quiet.
It is nice.
It is actually quite.
Because it gets you up off the streets, so you can wander around and look down on everyone in the chaos.
And it's a Saturday right now. It's a Saturday kind of mid-morning, and you'd expect it to be super, super busy. It's like totally manageable, so it's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah.
By this point, we hadn't actually eaten anything yet, so we decided to head back uptown, go and pick up the tickets ready for the next day, and find somewhere for lunch.
I now have a pina colada.
It's crazy. I'm gonna pour it in. Yeah, that's the alcohol.
Yeah, that's the alcohol.
Wow.
In the US, crazy dragon. Hair by Henry. Turn around. It's beautiful. It's new fashion.
It's not brain freeze, man. Brain freeze. It's like a Bear Grylls challenge.
No, it doesn't actually look that great.
It doesn't look great, surprise, surprise.
Pile of onion. Oniony.
Chicken and waffle, how is it?
Yeah, I thought I'd go a bit left field and see, what they have to offer. So they got honey on the chicken. It's interesting. It's tasty.
Gemma's getting stuck in.
Really messy. Really good.
Really messy and really good. Come to Bryant Park. It's very busy. It is a Saturday though before Christmas. You can come ice skating here. There's a Christmas tree. It's like a mini version of Rockefeller. It's actually free to skate here. You just have to hire skates. So if you travel with your own ice skates, you can come skating for free. Who travels with skates? Let's see Gemma's reaction to this. The ice rink is actually free. You just have to pay to hire skates. So if you go traveling with your own ice skates, you can skate for free.
I often do.
Gemma,
On the top of my checklist, ice skates check.
Gemma definitely backpacks with her own ice skates.
After soaking up a bit of the Christmas atmosphere, we headed off to our next big tourist spot.
We're in Times Square!
Which, because it was just a few weeks before Christmas, was extremely busy.
Do you mind if I do a little time-lapse, you think?
Obviously have to go up the red steps. I don't really know much about this, but you know. Going up these. Oh, it's actually really cute. I don't know why I expected not. Heading to the Brooklyn Bridge in a sea of people. It feels like we're on a conveyor belt. It's busy. Again. I'm just listening to the conversation of girls behind me. Apparently Josh really did one over on her. It's a shame. It is a shame, really, isn't it? I mean, we all like Josh. She's literally
This is a really nice time to come to here.
Henry was right. We got there just as golden hour was starting, which is a great time to be shooting. So we took full advantage of that and took lots of photos too.
Right end of gonna drop my phone on the road.
We've just got to Grand Central Station and I was just saying to Tim, I can't even be bothered to film, I'm so tired.
Grand Central wasn't in the plan, but today's gone all over the place.
Today's gone, it's all out of whack, to be honest. So here's a little bit of Grand Central Station for you.
Give it some Charles.
Give it some. So here's a little bit of Grand Central Station for you.
There we are.
Since it had been another really big day, we had some dinner, then went for some Christmas drinks in a hotel before calling it a night.
Day 3.
Day 3.
We were back on the subway. This is take 2 of trying to fill up this downtown. Yeah, lovely. There's an art to this, you have to kind of hold it steady.
Yeah.
If you're like this, I can't use this footage.
Finally, we'd made it into the One World Trade Center to head up to the observation deck.
It's showing you New York as it changed over the years. Yeah, we're going up. Yeah. We're going up on the terminate.
That one has just appeared and then it went.
Welcome to One World Observatory.
102nd floor? 102nd floor.
Dynamic, diverse, and ever-changing, the city and skyline reveal themselves uniquely to each observer. Experience the infinite facets of the city beneath us as you prepare to see forever.
my god, that was amazing.
And now, we invite you to enter One World Observatory.
Basically, go to the top of the Rockefeller. It's well thought out.
That was really well done.
Come on in.
Might have been filming with the wrong camera on that instant. Typical, hey? But that was the best reveal ever.
The best part of that whole thing then was the reveal of the real thing.
Yeah.
Of the actual view.
That was mind-blowing. Although I was just saying to Henry, I almost don't want to even put that out there because it ruins. That's the big surprise. I didn't even know that happened. No, I've never seen that. I've never looked. And it's going to ruin it if you put it on the people. Will it? Will it?
Just inspire them to come.
That's very true. God, this is amazing. The view from here is so much better than the Empire State Building. And I'd say it's better than the Rock as well, right?
This is amazing.
This is a whole nother level, literally. I mean, it's a lot higher, isn't it?
We're about
102 left.
30 floors higher than.
Yeah. We're actually really lucky as well. It's really bright sunshine and it's clear. And yeah, my travel tip for New York, if you want to come up one of the buildings, come up the One World. Let's show you a bit. Another tip is to definitely get here early. It's peak season and it's a Sunday, so it's obviously going to be really busy, but we got here just as it opened. I've even managed to get like a whole block to myself to take a nice little picture. To be honest, that's a travel tip for everywhere. Always turn up early because it's going to be better and you're going to beat the crowds a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera off now and just take in the view. So, travel advice is, if you book this particular experience through Klook, is make sure you read exactly, what you have to do and where you have to redeem your ticket, and don't do what we did and come down all the way downtown and then have to go all the way back uptown again. But it was really straightforward. You literally just book it online and you've got your voucher and then you go and take it to get your ticket, and then we literally got here this morning, we walked straight in. And as I said before, if you come early, it's definitely better because it means you won't have to do so much of a queue, and there's pretty hefty security as you would imagine as well. I'm going to say this whilst these two are just eating pastries in the background. A little useful note for you: if you by any chance have a little camera that you have on a tripod, you're not going to be able to bring the tripod in. I couldn't bring in my little mini one. It is a tripod, but I mean, I never really use it as a tripod. I just use it to hold my camera. Henry's allowed to bring his monopod in, and you're allowed a selfie stick because obviously I have my GoPro on.
So you can't take up time in any one spot. You keeps everyone moving around.
That's probably why they do it.
Oh. Oh, I just couldn't muck with my head.
Going down in the lift.
Are we coming in again?
Thank you for visiting One World Observatory.
Back in the bedrock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got my tripod back. Yay!
Oh, thank the Lord. The world is safe.
I know. After the observatory, we took some time to walk around the memorials that had been built in the footprints of the Twin Towers. This memorial was made to commemorate the thousands that died in the horrific terrorist attacks of both February 1993 and September 2001. The names of all the victims are engraved around the outside of the memorial, and a rose and a flag are placed on their name on their birth date.
Afterwards, we visited the Memorial Museum, which I would 100% recommend going to, as it tells so many individual stories from the attacks, which is very powerful and extremely emotional. Then before we knew it, it was Sunday evening and time for Gemma to leave.
It's been good fun.
She's leaving! She's going! It's game over!
I'm slightly anxious. The bus driver just said, "Where you going, baby cakes?" Oh, this is how we refer to each other, is it? Well, baby cakes, I'm going to JFK.
So Gemma is leaving. We are checking into another hotel.
Where are you flying to?
London Heathrow.
After we said goodbye to Gemma, Henry and I checked into our new hotel, Yotel, which was definitely a novel experience as it's completely run by technology and robots.
Literally spit out all the cards. Oh my god. Key is ready.
Well, we have just checked into our second hotel. It's possibly even smaller than the first one, but a little bit cleaner. Oh my word, I am so exhausted. The last few days have been hectic. It's been so much fun, but I think I need the evening just to chill.
We just turned the TV on, and guess what movie is on the TV?
Yep, you guessed it, Home Alone.
Henry literally went, "How is this on? How is this on?"
So we just watched the movie and chilled out for the rest of the evening.
It's chucking it down with rain, and it's day 4. It's pretty wet.
Henry and I had another day and a half in New York. And since the weather was not forecast to be the best, we headed back to where it all started, the Tick Tock diner, to make a plan and actually have breakfast this time instead of a burger. We made a plan to do as much indoor sightseeing as possible. However, we still spent most of our time walking around in the rain both day and night and getting completely soaked. So here are a few highlights of what we got up to, which of course had to start with a trip to New York's famous camera shop, B&H.
Henry's well and truly in his element here. It's actually a really cool shop, I really quite like it. It's 3 days later, we're still in B&H. This is ridiculous.
First up was the New York City Library. Not only is the library free, it has beautiful Christmas decorations and is a great place to just chill out if you need a break from walking around the city, or a break from the rain.
There was a little break in the weather and it stopped raining. We'd head down to the Flatiron building because I have never seen it. Every time I've been to New York, I never get to see it. So we got here and we have a little case of Instagram versus reality. Let me show you why.
It's covered in scaffold. We had dinner at the Bubba Gump Shrimp Restaurant, which I know is super touristy, but I'm a film geek and I'd always wanted to go there, so don't judge me. We saw Times Square again, but this time at night, and explored more of Central Park. Had reservations at the restaurant Serendipity 3, which features in the film Serendipity, starring John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. I wanted to try the famous frozen hot chocolate, and it definitely didn't disappoint. Even though this was one of the best hot chocolates I'd ever had, as you can see here, the portions are huge, so I definitely recommend sharing. failed. So much left. We failed as well, Henry.
I haven't quite finished yet. It's a large portion.
You've done better than me. I'm definitely defeated.
And as if we hadn't already eaten enough, we headed to Lombardi's, which is America's first pizzeria.
Before we leave New York, we gotta have one last pizza.
A day and a half later and we were done. So we popped back to the hotel to pick up our luggage, to catch a transfer to the airport, to fly back to the UK. As soon as I booked my ticket to go to New York, I knew this wasn't going to be a film just about New York, as it was the perfect opportunity to tell a really important and personal story. Pocket Trailblazer is not a random name that I came up with. It's a combination of key experiences in my life that have led me to this point.
Hey, you know what we're gonna say.
So like I said before, this channel is created from a series of serendipitous events.
Where do you find this place?
I first came in because of the name. Serendipity. It's one of my favourite words.
It is? Why?
It's just such a nice sound for what it means, a fortunate accident.
If I had not randomly phoned Gemma on that exact day when she was booking the Trailblazer trip, I might never have got the travel bug. The fact that I took the leap of faith and said yes to what at the time seemed a rather intimidating adventure of 64 days camping and trekking.
Basically, we want to go home. Basically, we didn't know what we were signing up for.
Then I probably wouldn't be where I am today. And I think that this is the perfect example of just going with your gut feeling and grabbing opportunities that might scare you a little, because you never know where they might lead you.
This is more Gemma and Charlie journal.
Yeah.
At Mount Rushmore.
I obviously couldn't make this film without touching on everything that has happened in the world since we filmed this. It almost feels odd and a bit uncomfortable looking at these crowded scenes, but I guess this is just a reminder to always be grateful for what you have, because you just never know when things could change. I truly hope that the pandemic will have changed people's perspective on travel for the better, and that people will be looking to travel deeper and more local, rather than this superficial, country-counting culture that seems to have evolved, especially since the invention of Instagram. Anyway, traveling and vlogging with Gemma has brought back all those memories of how it all started, and how different travel is these days, with technology, social media, and people's attitudes towards travel. But that's a story for the next film. If you made it this far and you enjoyed this film, then there are 3 things that you can do that are totally free to help support my channel. Hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend that might like it, or simply just watch another one of my films. But if you want to go that extra mile to support me, then maybe consider signing up to my Patreon, where you can get exclusive behind the scenes and you can get access to my Patreon only Instagram account. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed and you hit the bell so you don't miss the next film. Drop me a comment, that also helps to support me, and I will see you in the next film, which is going to be the Retro series. 'Cause this is what I live for.